Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. Hope you had a great Christmas. Still documenting my journey to Legend. I've never hit Legend before and I'm hoping to do so for the first time this season. If that's something you think you'd be interested in, definitely consider subscribing. Before we get started with the shoutcasting, I want to give a huge shout out to the following three people: Brandon Chacon, Petrolhead RB4597, and Noah Bet 4617, who wants to go really far this season in GBL. Good luck, man, and thank you guys so much for the support. It really means a lot. We just crossed 250 subs, so I will try to get as many of you guys in the shoutouts as I can. And we're still rocking the same team, Hydro Pump Lantern, because I still don't have any charged TMs. I think I'm gonna have to do some raids in order to get some charged TMs, but we land that first one, which was so satisfying. Until this guy came in, and then I realized I can't really swap out. I'm now one stage debuffed. And okay, they throw. They've built up like up to 100 energy, so I know they have an energy ball loaded. This video is going to be a little bit different. It's not my wins. I am doing really well, but I wanted to showcase a mix of wins that were tough to win, some that were really dominant, but a lot of my losses. I think overall I ended up going positive in these 5 sets. These aren't all the sets, but they're much more sped up, and I just wanted to show you some like misplays, a lot of misplays actually, and some games like this one where we get to land the Hydro Pump and we get to take that win even though the 2 back mons could easily destroy our Pokemon. We have a horrible lead, not so great safe swap, but I think I can take this. I wasn't sure how much a Rock Slide did, so I found out in that battle, which is pretty cool that I can survive it and at least get 2 shields out of this. We do CMP tie on this one because I knew they were at the next Rock Slide, and I come back in with this guy and I'm just gonna farm this thing down. I don't think they're gonna let me. Yeah, they come back in with the Venusaur. I farm up to a Hydro Pump. I was gonna throw it, but it would have been a waste of energy, so I'm gonna throw this, see what they want to do. If they shield it, I think I'm gonna trust in, oh my god, this is this game. I'm gonna trust in Lantern to take down this Vena. Look at that. I should have shielded this because, yep, okay, I managed to I really should have gone for the Hydro Pump here. I don't know if it would have done more, but at least we get to 2 Thunderbolts, which takes him out. I am 2 shield flexing, and that was insane. That was a really good game. Another horrible lead. How can I come back from this? I swap immediately into Altaria. I know this is going to be a Seed Bomb, because every Trev likes the bait. Had they gone for the Shadow Ball, I would have lost this game. I'm going to get a shield advantage out of this. They're going to farm me down, and I'm going to come back in with Altaria. I forget if we win this. I'm going to try to farm this thing all the way down. I mean, I have no other choice, so I wouldn't be able to throw a Sky Tag. Correctly shield the Shadow Ball. They swap out, and I think they're a couple of way away from the Seed Bomb, so I have to be wary of that. These videos are also much more sped up because I want to get through as much videos as possible, as many battles as possible without boring you guys with all the like slow animations and stuff. This guy's not going to reach a Bulldoze, but I am cutting it kind of close. I farm this guy down. The Trev's going to come back in. I'm going to throw the Thunderbolt. This is kind of where I wish I had Surf so that I could dispel a little bit less energy. Oh, this game. Oh my god. So, there's a possibility. I should have known that they weren't going to throw on CMP, and I should have swapped out and caught that energy ball on Altaria. That would have been my only play in this game. Because now I'm going to shield here. I'm going to farm up. I don't know what they're doing, but I CMP tie them on the back-to-back Sky attacks. Either I needed to throw one before, catch, but that just wasn't it. That wasn't it. So we lost that game that I could have maybe played out of if I was a better player. And now we have Lantern into Obstagoon. Every single goddamn Obstagoon likes to shield the Hydro. So I've stopped going for it, except for this guy. This guy played it a little differently, and then he quits out because he swaps in the Trev. I think maybe that was a misclick, or they just, you know, I landed the Hydro, which was amazing. We have another Lantern to Lantern mirror. There's a lot of these in this game. Some of these play out differently. There must be a breakpoint with Lantern because sometimes I survive 2 Thunderbolts and sometimes I don't. I think here I don't. Oh, I barely survive. So I swap out and just go straight into Altaria. Do they make it to a Thunderbolt? They do. But now I'm going straight for the Moonblast because I have a shield advantage. I'm either going to get a shield, and there we go. I get the second shield. They farm me down, but now I have Froslass, and this is why Froslass is broken with shields up. Yeah, I mean, like I can just farm this thing down, take another Sky Attack. Their only play is to catch, which I think they do attempt. 1, 2, they attempted on the second one. But I was just gonna keep farming up to the back-to-back and hopefully pause and wait to catch it. But yeah, Froslass, shields up, is incredibly clutch. Nanto power. Next one is Obstagoon. I think this is another shield blocker. Does this one get the boost? Yeah, they all get the boost. That kind of sucks. I go for the Thunderbolt because, you know, I expected the shield. But also, I think that was the much safer play. If they had shielded the Hydro Pump, that would have just been shit. I need to have that Pokemon go down because I need to bring in Altaria to absorb this damage. They don't make it to another one. I'm at half health, but I have a fully loaded Altaria. They bring in the Stunfisk. I do go for straight for the Moonblast, hoping that I would get the debuff, the attack debuff. Didn't work out for me. Now I have to shield this because I do want to save this guy. I have a Moonblast loaded. They come in with their own Froslass, and I'm ahead on energy. I expect them to bait, and I call that bait, and now I'm gonna farm up. I'm not gonna CMP tie. I'm gonna farm up until just one before. Oh, okay, I guess I got a little nervous. I think I could have farmed up a little more, but they do throw immediately, which kind of sucks. I throw in between their Thundershock, and I just barely managed to get that. I think they were either at the move or they overtap. That's a great lead. A not so great safe swap for the rest of the team because everybody kind of struggles with this. But I am gonna take some energy, and then I think I'm gonna swap into Altaria. And I think I'm going to take some of these moves and just farm it down. I don't think they reach another Thunderbolt. I think they reach a Surf here. Yeah, and so I'm able to farm this down, and they come in with a goddamn Alolan Ninetales. I go straight for the Moonblast because I'm only getting to one move. And I'm going to come in with this and just go straight for Avalanches. In another game when I was playing this, I went for Shadow Ball, and it cost me the game. And here I'm at least going to be able to... This one comes down so close in the end. I do have to... Okay, wow, I don't even shield it. Just because I knew they had another Pokemon back there, I go immediately for the Thunderbolt. And they try to catch a Surf. And I think that was their only win, but we're not rocking Surf. This is a horrible lead. This one is really, really hard to play. They go straight Surf, which is the proper like move, you know, like 2 Surfs pretty much take me out with a couple of Sparks. I think my only play here, and I fail it, was to shield and get their shields, get both of their shields down. Both of my shields down, both of their shields down. And here I swap out. And that was horrible because I know there's a Charmer in the back. I've seen this team before. But clearly, you know, we're pretty hard countered, but I think I could have played that better. I think that was my... Oh yeah, I almost quit out. But I wanted to play this out and see if I had a fighting chance. If I had gotten both of those shields, they might have tried to snipe me with the Victory Bell, but if they did that, then I would have had a fully loaded Altaria because I would have just farmed that thing down. Even with a Sludge Bomb, I survive. And then I could have gotten a couple of Moonblast or Sky Attacks on that Alolan Ninetales. I do get a Kyurem, which I think was a 96%. So that was pretty clutch. And then next lead is a Vig lead. I forget if this is a win or a loss. Oh wait, do we go straight for the Hydro Pump? They haven't thrown yet. Yeah, I just go for it, and then they throw a Body Slam. I'm like, I can survive a Bulldoze, it doesn't matter. They come in with Ninetales, I'm just going straight Avalanches. I made a mistake there. I should have gone straight for another Avalanche to force a shield, and this is going to cost me. I come in with Lantern, I don't have Surf, so I can't bait. I go straight for the Thunderbolt, they're going to shield it. Had they shielded the other Avalanche plus that, we would be shields down. I would be in a much better position. And now I'm going to try to rely on Altaria, but I take way too much damage. And if I'm not mistaken, there's another Charmer in the back. Oh, no, it's a Froslass. And I can't do anything with a shield up. Shields down, I would have had two Sky Attacks at least, and I might have been able to clutch that. Another Obstagoon, I think this one does shield. So I play it safe and go for the Thunderbolts. I think they do shield. Yep, they do. This matchup isn't too bad. They do boost, which is fine. I'm gonna let... Oh, I guess I don't. That's kind of risky, swapping out, and then what if they like swap into a hard counter, which they do. So they swap into Walrein. I'm able to get the Moonblast off. They have a lot of energy. I'm gonna force them to dump a little bit of that energy onto Lantern, and then And then Froslass is gonna do Froslass things. Look at that, 2 shields up. None to power. Yeah, Froslass is just really, really strong with a lot of shields. I figured at this point they were going straight Icicle Spear for a reason. My thought was that they would have a Charmer in the back, and I didn't want to take that, but they have a Treb. And so maybe they thought that they could Shadow Claw me down, which they probably could have, but I still have that shield left, so now I can dump this on the Obstagoon and take it out. So that was a pretty good win. Another Obstagoon lead. These are really, really popular. This game is shit. If you slow this game down, because I know I sped it up, they're at 7. They throw the Sludge Bomb. They should need 6 more, so I throw on 5. But I somehow CMP tie. Oh man, this got me so tight. Because now I have to waste 2 shields. I CMP tied. I can't even like farm them down. And because of that, I'm gonna lose this match. So we throw the Avalanche. We don't get to the next one. I'm not gonna survive this Night Slash, unfortunately. And now they have 2 shields up. And I've got 2 full Mons, but like, this is their other Mon. My only other play is to throw right before their Earthquake, attempt to catch this Earthquake. I do catch it, which is insane and awesome. And here I make another mistake. My other play, I see how much damage these Dragon Breaths are doing. Because I threw that Sky Attack, I allowed 1 turn of energy, and that 1 turn right there would have taken that Walrein out. They would have either had to throw their energy to take me out, and they wouldn't have made it to the Earthquake, and then I possibly could have had a chance. But I didn't. We have a great lead, a poor safe swap. I think I want to absorb some energy again. And then I come into Altaria, and I'm feeling pretty good. You know, Marowak can't do too much against Altaria either. But my opponent plays this game to perfection. It's kind of insane. They come in with the Sableye, and I don't shield because I didn't want to get clawed down. But maybe I should have, just to get more damage on this thing. I come in with Froslass. They make a bit of a misplay here by letting me like just keep farming. They try to catch. I throw the Shadow Ball immediately. And because I don't have Surf, and because I don't shield this move, I can't shield this move, I'm not going to be able to get off 2 Surfs. I barely get off 2 Thunderbolts. I think I should have done 1 less. Yeah, I should have thrown immediately. But we do Simul KO, which was pretty great. So an unfortunate end to what was otherwise a pretty good lead. I go straight for the Hydro, and they shield. God damn it. I started not throwing the Hydro onto Pokemon that swapped in because it seemed likely that they were going to throw they were going to shield the Hydro Pump. We're still in a pretty good matchup. I undercharge this because I'm not trying to win this lead. I'd much rather have farm on one of my back Pokemon. Yep, they can't reach a hard-hitting move. And Froslass up energy is just hopefully going to do pretty well for me. And here's the mistake. I go for the Shadow Ball. I know they're going to shield. Oh, wow, they catch it. Okay, that was good. I don't know if I caught that when I was battling, but maybe I did. Maybe I did throw it because they were... Yeah, this is another mistake. Where are my shields going to be used? I am not using any shields. Why? Why am I not using any shields? I'm not going to get to another move. I'm not going to get to any moves. So I die with 2 shields up. Like a idiot. Oh, man. Yeah, I was misplaying a lot of these games. This is double. It's got Wild Charge, a payback. I'm not exactly sure who to come into, but I'm going to go for the Hydro Pump because I don't expect them to shield. And they shield. I come in with Altaria. They're throwing straight Body Slam throughout this whole thing. These Dragon Breaths are chunking. Is this a fully powered double? Oh, I mean it was, but maybe it was just a bad double. They throw a Surf, and I'm able to get off the Sky Attack at least, which is kind of clutch. They are rocking Water Gun, which is why they swapped out, which was kind of interesting. They go for a Surf again, which is kind of shit. I throw before their next Surf. See what they want to do. And who they come with? Oh, did I misplay this? Oh, I do misplay this. Yep, I was trying to wait for them to throw in between my move, and they didn't. And oh man, this game was half my connection, half my inexperience at waiting for moves to come through. Had I waited and seen the double come in, I could have just kept farming and then gotten off the Shadow Ball or the Avalanche. So that was a total misplay on my part, but also just inexperience. Like, I'm not that tier of player yet. This matchup is always pretty good. Every time I see a Vigoroth safe swap, I often chip it and then come in with Froslass just to dominate a little more. Now I'm up 2 shields. I CMP tie on the next body slam. And yeah, this game is going pretty well. They come in with Ferrothorn. And oh my god, because I was so tilted in those previous games, this match ends up being a 2 shield flex. Not exactly on purpose, but also at this point I was like, you know what? I'm gonna land this Hydro Pump on this Ferrothorn is what I want to do. But then they throw the Power Whip in, so they concede the match. A Core Breaker, but they swap out. So I'm gonna stay in a bit. I'm gonna chip. I'm gonna chip and dip. Chip and dip, right? No, chip and stay. I'm gonna tank this Shadow Ball, and then I'm gonna dip. Yeah. Okay, and then I come into Froslass. I know that even if they bait, which I don't think they will, I'll be able to farm up and throw just before their next one. Or just before the Avalanche, because I didn't want to really tank an Avalanche and have this thing farm me down. I throw in between their Volt Switch so that I do proper timing. And I think I let this go. I do. Am I coming back in with the Lantern, or do I come in Altaria? Okay, so they swap out. I don't know why they keep swapping out. Like, I mean, obviously they don't know that I don't have Surf, but like it's running Thundershock. You have a much better chance at staying in. And now I can just farm them down, and I'm just gonna farm the whole thing down. And so now my opponent 2 shield flexes on me. So yeah, we take that game. That was a pretty good game. This is another game that I could have won, but my stupidity, my ego got the better of me. I throw the Thunderbolt to chip and dip, come into Froslass because it's my harder response, or my hardest response rather. I'm gonna farm this thing all the way down. I CMP tie, which is amazing. I'm glad I threw immediately. And I don't know if they undercharge this. I think they might. But they do the perfect undercharge. They have 1. And I come in immediately. I should have waited. I should have waited out my timer knowing my switch timer was misaligned, and I would have been able to catch that Seed Bomb onto my Altaria, which would have been clutch. Or I would have eaten a Shadow Ball, which would have been fine either way. Because then I would have had both of my shields against the Auroras, and I would have been able to take it out. So here at least I'm doing like, wow, see, in my they come in and snipe me. So I'm just not doing well. And now the Trev has a Seed Bomb loaded, so I can't shield this. So we lose that game. But that was, I don't know if a Seed Bomb KOs from there. I assume that it did. If anybody knows, I don't know how much damage it does, but I'm assuming it's more than 50%. And I think this is one of the last battles, maybe second to last. We play this out the same way, just build up, over farm, just in case they swap out and like I can throw a Thunderbolt at something. But they go immediately for the Surfs, and I'm like, oh yeah, I do shield it. I was waiting for the catch, but I throw it anyway because it's an Altaria. And then I come into my own Altaria. And then I throw the Sky Attack immediately to force them to use that next shield. And at this point, I'm not gonna shield Altaria. 1 shield up, Froslass is gonna do Froslass things. And again, Nanto power kono Froslass, which is freaking insane. We CMP tie. I don't even think I shield this. Yeah. I don't think I'm being disrespectful. Oh yeah, I almost threw this game. Look how close this game gets. Just because I thought that they might try to make a catch, but we 5-headed each other. And I just barely managed to take this game with 1 HP in a dream. That was so clutch. I love that game. Shiny Lantern. Let's see how we play this any differently. Same thing. Keep building up. This guy's gonna throw a Thunderbolt. Everybody throws Thunderbolt. I've only had a few Lanterns shield up. Like this one. And then here's the one where, oh, okay, they bait me, which I don't think is a correct play. I don't think you should bait. I think you should just go big or go home. They bait again, but I shield because I know I can reach the Surf or the Thunderbolt before and force them to use both shields. And now I can come in, I think, with Altaria? Yeah. And I tank this move because I tank it a little easier than our Froslass. Farm this thing down. And they have their own Froslass. And look at this game. This game's so clutch. All right, again, we tanked the Rock Slide. This one did a little less than the last time. Maybe the other one farmed up a little more. I'm gonna shield, and I'm gonna farm to just before. Yep. And I have just enough energy to get to the Shadow Ball and take this other Froslass out. So some really good games, some games I came back from. This was actually my last set for today, so this is where we're sitting, 2258, which is pretty good. Considering I started at 2275, tanked and kept yo-yoing up back up. So now we're back at 2258. Hopefully my next video will be a veteran push. And yeah, I hope you guys have stuck this far. And I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.